Weapons just hit theaters, and horror fans are losing their minds. Zach Cregger's follow-up to Barbarian isn't just scary, it's revolutionary. But there's something about this film that even the most detailed reviews aren't telling you. A secret hidden in plain sight that completely reframes everything you think you know about horror movies. And I'll reveal it at the end. Going into Weapons, we expected another Barbarian-style horror experience. The setup seemed straightforward. 17 third graders vanish at exactly 2:17 a.m. from teacher Justine Gandy's classroom in the small town of Maybrook. Only young Alex remains behind, silent and unmoving. Julia Garner delivers a powerhouse performance as Justine, a teacher spiraling into paranoia and guilt. Josh Brolin is relentless as Archer Graff, the desperate father convinced she's hiding something. The ensemble cast, including Alden Ehrenreich as a troubled cop and Benedict Wong as the school principal, creates this suffocating atmosphere of suburban dread. But here's what caught me off guard. This isn't really about missing children at all. Cregger structures weapons like Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia, 6 interconnected chapters following different characters. Chapter 1 focuses on Justine's breakdown. Chapter 2 dives into Archer's desperate investigation. Each perspective adds another layer to what seems like a straightforward mystery. The film's glacial pacing had me questioning everything. Why show us doorbell cam footage of children running through suburban streets like they're possessed? Why does Benedict Wong's principal suddenly turn violent, smashing windows in a frenzied rage? Critics are calling it elevated horror, but that term doesn't capture what Cregger actually accomplished here. This film operates on a completely different level than anything we've seen before. What's brilliant about Weapons is how Cregger balances genuine terror with moments of twisted comedy. There's a scene where someone stabs themselves with a fork that's simultaneously horrifying and absurdly funny. Austin Abrams plays this strung-out grifter who stumbles into the conspiracy, delivering lines that had the entire theater laughing nervously. But every comedic beat serves a purpose. Cregger isn't just providing relief from tension, he's conditioning us to accept the impossible. By the time we reach that explosive third act, we're so disoriented by the tonal shifts that we'll believe anything. Julia Garner doesn't just play a traumatized teacher. She embodies someone whose reality is completely unraveling. Her drinking problem isn't just character development. It's a coping mechanism for something far more disturbing than we initially realize. Josh Brolin transforms Archer from a sympathetic father into something almost predatory in his pursuit of answers. The way he interrogates Justine feels less like concern and more like psychological warfare. And that mysterious woman from the trailers? The one sitting menacingly in the final shots? Amy Madigan delivers what critics are calling a pitch-perfect performance in a tricky role. The final act of Weapons is being described as one of the most insane things you'll ever see in a film. Early reports suggested witchcraft, government experiments, some supernatural explanation for the children's disappearance. But here's what actually happens. The film doesn't give us the resolution we expect. Instead, it pulls back the curtain on something far more disturbing than any monster or witch could ever be. The black goo we see someone vomiting, the self-harm with kitchen utensils, the way the entire town turns against each other. None of it is supernatural. It's something much worse. It's completely human. Here's the secret I promised you at the beginning. The twist that changes everything about how we watch horror movies. The children never actually disappeared. They're still there. They've been there the entire time. What we're watching isn't a mystery about missing kids. It's a study of collective psychosis. The entire town of Maybrook is experiencing a shared delusion, triggered by a trauma so profound that their minds created an alternate reality to cope with it. That's why Alex, the surviving child, never speaks. That's why the adults see empty classrooms while security cameras show something completely different. Weapons isn't just horror, it's a mirror. Cregger forces us to confront how we process collective trauma, how communities create shared fictions to avoid unbearable truths. This film will haunt you long after the credits roll. Not because of what you saw, but because of what you didn't see, and what that says about all of us. Weapons is playing in theaters now. See it before someone spoils the ending for you. Because once you know the truth, you can never unsee it.